start, we are going to draw a cat inspired by artist Laurel Burch. We're going to begin by taking a white piece of paper and folding it into 4 sides. Vertical, and horizontal. Now we should have 4 sections. We're gonna need a pencil to create this work of art, a Sharpie, and something to color with. So now that you have your white piece of paper divided into 4 sections, in the front section, we are going to draw the cat's head. And we are going to come up with what kind of looks like a W. From there, we're going to make our oval eyes, and notice how it's touching the W. It's about 2 fingers wide. My W is about as wide as my hand. So we want to have nice big eyes that are symmetrical and the same on both sides. And we want to have a bridge of our cat's nose that's kind of like a rectangle and a triangle. Okay, so let's review that. We folded our paper so that we have that T. When we make our W, we made a line on the left to the right. I didn't do that in the beginning, but if you were having issues with the size, that could help you. Then you're making a big W for the cat's face. The cat's eyes are about 2 fingers wide and symmetrical, same on the both side ovals. We made 2 lines down for the bridge of the nose, and I made a little triangle. From there, we're going to go across, up and down for the cat's ears. I'm going to repeat the upside down kind of triangle shape inside the cat's ears. My parentheses and pupil for the cat's eye. And I know I'll color that black later if that helps you. And repeat parenthesis, parenthesis, circle pupil. And we want to add a little curve for underneath the cat's face. A line, and 1, 2, 3 whiskers. 1, 2, 3 whiskers. Now that we have the cat's head, we're gonna curve down in this section and the bottom section, so the right of our paper. So going by the cat's ear, I'm gonna curve all the way down to the bottom, and curve it back up and cross that folded line. So it almost just went in the corner of this quadrant or section, all the way along the edge, curve under for the behind of the cat, and just a little bit crossing that fold right here. Now I'm gonna come on the other side for the legs of my cat. Going a little bit in from the face, and I'm gonna go straight down, and it's gonna be kind of like that W we did here. So I'm gonna curve up for a W, and down and up. So I have my cat's legs. Now we're gonna take this line and we're gonna add the curl to the tail. So my tail, I'm gonna curve in, change my mind, and go back. I wanna show the thickness of the curled tail, and I want that to be about a finger thick. And I'm gonna bring it all the way around the body. You can make it thicker. but that helps me know that I don't want a skinny piece and a wide piece, or a skinny piece and a wide piece. And I'm gonna round it out, curve, following that same curve shape, curve, bring it in, and follow, and up. Okay, so I have the curve of my cat's tail, adding lines 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 for the paws. And now we have a really great cat that's super simple that we drew that filled up the paper. Now when we look at Laurel Burch, she has amazing different lines, shapes, and patterns that she uses in her work of art. She was known for perseverance, and even though she was in physical pain with her body, she created artwork that made her happy, and it makes the viewer happy when they look at it. Lots of bright colors, lots of fun patterns. And so we're gonna look at adding some patterns and lines and shapes. You can come up with your own idea. So I'm gonna start with kind of a zigzag here. And I'm gonna repeat that. You get to come up with your own. I'm going to come up with some wavy lines on my cat's body. And then I'm going to add some dots along the back of my cat's body. So I can think of, I did wavy lines, zigzag lines, dots. You can come up with, you know, like I said, different patterns. So I'm gonna come up with some triangle patterns. Along the back of the cat. On the tail of the cat, I'm gonna come up with what looks like a half flower. So I make a curve kind of like the dot, and then I go around it for the petals of the flower. And I'm going opposite sides. So I did one side, I do a half circle. So it's just half of a flower along my cat's body. Or my cat's tail, I'm sorry. And in this space, I'm just gonna continue that triangle pattern. I thought it was kind of neat. So you can come up with lines, shapes, patterns, different colors to fill your Laurel Burch cat. Repeat some here. And I'm going to add some more of my zigzag triangles. Okay. I could add some patterns in the on the head, so I know that those will be different sections of color. You can even get creative and add some patterns or borders along the outside or more flowers. Laurel Burch was known for making works of art with flowers and people and animals and insects, butterflies, horses, mermaids, and all these bright stylized patterns and colors. So when you're done with your drawing, you're gonna outline it in Sharpie. And then for coloring, you could use paint, you could use crayons, markers. She would even sometimes outline things with a gold. If you have gold glitter glue in the house or even some gold paint. In this lesson, it's about color, baby color. So whatever those colors are that make you happy and really make your artwork pop, I'm excited to see it. So let's finish our Sharpie outline and then add that color. All right, I have everything outlined in my black Sharpie marker. And I added a flower because I really love the floral design that Laurel Burch uses often. And I added some wavy lines for the pattern behind it. And I'm gonna use a combination of markers and crayons to add my color. For my patterns, I'm gonna really pop out bright colors and mix the crayon with the marker. I like to outline with marker, and then I can go back and color with crayon and get a little bit of a contrast. However you decide to color, or whatever materials you have available are great. You can use paint, you can use markers, crayons, colored pencils, and remember, if you have that gold, you can even add that. So by using that purple marker outline and then going back and coloring with crayon, you can kind of see the difference of the two popping out. And I'm going to continue that technique as I color. So I really like how that flower popped out. I'm going to continue that marker and crayon technique throughout my cat. I can't wait to see what materials you select for coloring your work of art. Just make sure that you color it all and get it bright and beautiful like Laurel Burch so that it makes you happy when you look at it. So I'm not done coloring, but I wanted to show you some progress. I took my markers and I outlined everything that I wanted to in the marker, and now I'm ready to color with the crayon. And I know that I'm gonna make my cat yellow, and I'm gonna have a blue and green background. Okay, boys and girls, I have everything colored for my Laurel Burch art activity, and I am so happy with how it turned out. It took a little bit of time to color, but artwork takes time. And these colors sure do make me happy. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and I can't wait to see what you create.